How's it going, everyone? This time I'm going to take a look at something a little different. I'm going to go inside the world of the WWE. I'm going to give my predictions for the big show this Sunday, SummerSlam. So we start off with the Kickoff Show. This one's kind of a no-brainer. Sami Zayn and Neville will take it. I mean, it's just to hype the crowd up for the show. Yeah, I mean, the Dudley Boys are pretty much there to put people over, and you got two up-and-coming stars with Sami Zayn and Neville. There's no way the Dudley Boys win. Alright, the final match of the Kickoff Show, Cesaro versus Sheamus, first match of a best of 7. I think Cesaro takes it once again to hype up the crowd for the show. I don't really see why this wouldn't be on the main card, why they wouldn't take down the women's tag match maybe, but I think Cesaro takes this one over Sheamus. Alright, up next you got Becky Lynch, Nyomi, Carmela versus Natalya, Alexa Bliss. It was supposed to be Eva Marie, but of course she's suspended. I don't really know what they're going to do with this match. Maybe they'll find a replacement for the six woman tag. But if they do that, I still think they give it to Natalya and Alexa Bliss and whoever the replacement is. But honestly, I think they might even just scrap the idea and do some kind of like fatal 4-way or something. But in the case that it is a 6-woman tag match, Natalya and Alexa Bliss will get it done. So I think they're going to kick off the live pay-per-view with 2 straight heel wins. I think Miz has got something really good going on right now, especially with his media appearances and stuff. So I think the WWE want to keep him as the Intercontinental Champion for now and save Apollo Crews for a little bit later. So here at SummerSlam, I think the Miz actually gets the win. So this is an interesting matchup. I think that WWE and Vince they're going to put Endzone Castle over because they're trying to build Endzone Castle as this next top tag team. Maybe the next top face tag team that can take over the New Day. I don't know if that spoils my prediction for later, but they're trying to get that next babyface tag team. And a win over 2 established guys like Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho will definitely get the job done, especially at a big pay-per-view like SummerSlam. So I got Enzo and Cass for the win. So they have the one babyface tag team winning, and then in the next matchup, I think that they have them losing it. I think the New Day lose the tag team titles. They finally get the belts taken away from them by the Club, which I think sets up a future storyline down the road of Enzo and Cass versus the Club, where eventually Enzo and Cass go over and they become the new babyface tag team champs, and then the New Day could probably get thrown back in the mix. But the New Day won it at SummerSlam last year. This is finally when they lose the belts. They lose it to the Club. And just another side note on the New Day, since Xavier Woods is in the matchup instead of Big E, I think there's going to be some kind of storyline where they lose. Not that they break up, but maybe Xavier Woods takes the blame for it or something like that, and there's tension within the group. And so I think that's what's going to happen with Xavier Woods being in this matchup and then possibly losing. Up next, we got Sasha Banks versus Charlotte in the rematch for the title. I mean, is there really any question here? They're not going to take it off the champion that literally the whole entire WWE universe wanted to see. They're not going to take it off the boss just yet. They're going to have a strong run with it. At least I hope so. Please, WWE, please don't give Charlotte back the belt. Let Sasha run with it a little bit more. So, it's probably not what the WWE universe wants. I mean, there's been speculation that Roman Reigns is done with being Vince McMahon's top guy. Vince McMahon's done with that, but I still think that Vince puts him over Rusev and he becomes United States champion just because it's Roman Reigns. Obviously, I would prefer to see Rusev continue. I think he's doing a wonderful job with that title. But I think it's just Vince knows that there's a lot of Roman Reigns fans out there, and so he's going to cater to that. And at SummerSlam, a big show, I think Roman Reigns wins the title. This one is very difficult for me to tell because obviously John Cena is the guy. He's the face of the company. They want to become that face of SmackDown, but at the same time, they need to keep AJ Styles elevated at a top tier status, and if they keep handing him pay-per-view losses, eventually he's gonna fall out of that tier. So I think him winning this rivalry over John Cena can possibly set up something down the road where maybe the two are feuding for the title and Cena gets the win. But right now, in terms of keeping main event stars on SmackDown does have a pretty limited roster. They need AJ Styles to get this win. They need AJ Styles to remain a top guy. And the perfect way to do this is beating John Cena at SummerSlam. Vince, you gotta do it. You gotta let the indie guy beat your guy. Before I explain my prediction, I just want to do a little rant here. I think this whole brand split is once again devaluing another championship over another. I feel like ever since Dean Ambrose has gone to SmackDown, the WWE World Championship is now not as strong as the Universal Championship, and we haven't even seen the Universal Championship yet. Is it too early to tell? I don't know. But anyways, Ambrose wins. I mean, there's no reason why they would take the belt off him so quickly, especially with a guy like Dolph Ziggler. I mean, Dolph Ziggler shocked the world before, and they've given him the title out of nowhere, but not this time. I know they put two guys in there that the crowd really like, but I still think Dean goes over. At the beginning of this feud, I was almost dead set that they were going to give it to Rollins. I mean, he is the guy that the WWE is kind of pushing to be their new face, it seems. But then again, Finn Balor is also another guy that they want to push to be their new face. I mean, Seth has already proved what he can do. He has accomplishments. Finn Balor does not yet. He just has what he's done in NXT. I mean, to bring him up and all instantly squash him doesn't make too much sense for me. And then when they brought out the Demon King on Raw, I mean, it'd be one thing to bring it out this early at SummerSlam, which I understand why they would do, but as soon as they brought out the Demon King on Raw, I was like, this is it. Finn Balor's winning this. There's no way Finn Balor loses with the Demon King already brought in, because then if you have the Demon King brought in and he loses, it's seen as not invincible. Like right now it seems like when he wears that, he's invincible, and the next time that he puts on, people are going to be like, well, what's so special about it? Nothing. So that's why he needs to win, especially with the Demon King gimmick going on. Alright, the final matchup of the night, Brock Lesnar, Randy Orton. I mean, I don't really agree with this going on last. I think the Finn Balor Seth Rollins should, but I understand why they did. It's two big names squaring off for the first time, so yeah, it makes sense. Brock Lesnar goes over. Obviously, because he's Brock Lesnar, Randy Orton can lose and it won't really affect his reputation or anything. Like, he can go back to SmackDown and like win the title and no one will even remember the SummerSlam match. Because if he beats Brock Lesnar, then Brock Lesnar looks weak, and I mean, Brock Lesnar is the destroyer that ended the streak, so they're not going to have him lose to Randy Orton at SummerSlam. It's just not going to happen. So Brock wins to end the night and to end the pay-per-view. So yeah, I thought I'd try something new. I mean, I know that a lot of people don't really enjoy wrestling, but I thought I'd just try something different. Personally, I enjoy it, but just let me know maybe if you want me to continue doing this, or if you don't care at all, or if you just don't care about wrestling whatsoever, you don't want me to do it at all. But if I do continue to do it, I'm just going to keep like a little tally of how many I get correct and then see how I do over time.